The first time I saw him, he was just a shadow, a flash of black fur darting across the rain-slicked alley. I'd been hearing strange noises for days, a faint, desperate cry that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. That night, huddled under my umbrella, I finally spotted the source. It was a tiny kitten, no bigger than my hand, soaked to the bone and shivering violently. His eyes, huge and green, were wide with fear. Every time I took a step closer, he'd hiss, a pathetic little sound, and try to scramble away on weak, trembling legs. Leaving him there wasn't an option. The storm was getting worse, and he wouldn't survive the night. So I took off my jacket, scooped him up in one swift, gentle motion, and ran for home. I named him Onyx for his sleek, black coat. The first few days were rough. He hid under the sofa, refusing food, refusing comfort, refusing me. All I could do was leave a small bowl of kitten formula and some warm blankets nearby, speaking to him in a soft voice, hoping he'd understand I meant no harm. Slowly, ever so slowly, he began to emerge. First, it was just a curious nose peeking out, then a tentative paw, until finally, one evening, he crept out while I was watching a movie and fell asleep on the corner of the rug. My heart absolutely melted. That was the beginning. From then on, our bond grew stronger every day. He'd greet me at the door, purring like a tiny motor, and curl up on my chest every night. He was my little shadow, my constant companion. We were inseparable. Years passed in a happy blur of sunbeams, chasing laser dots, and quiet evenings together. Onyx grew into a magnificent, confident cat. He was my rock through tough times, his steady presence a comfort unlike any other. Then, one day I noticed he wasn't waiting at the door. He was lethargic, his appetite gone. The vet delivered the devastating news: kidney failure. The diagnosis hit me like a physical blow. The days that followed were a painful whirlwind of vet visits, medications, and special diets. I did everything I could, pouring all my love and resources into giving him a fighting chance. There were good days when he'd show a flash of his old self, chasing a string or purring on my lap. But the bad days became more frequent. I saw the light in his beautiful green eyes dimming. He was tired. Making the decision to let him go was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I held him in my arms on that final day, just like I had on that first rainy night. I whispered to him, telling him how much I loved him, how he had changed my life, and that it was okay to rest now. He purred, a faint, weak rumble against my chest, and then he was gone. The silence in the apartment was deafening. His favorite spots, the sunny patch on the floor, the top of the bookshelf, my pillow, were all achingly empty. Grief was a heavy blanket I couldn't shake off. Months went by. One afternoon, I found myself walking past the same alley where I'd found him. It was a sunny day, the complete opposite of that stormy night. And there, in a patch of sunlight, was a tiny stray kitten, a calico this time, looking up at me with wide, curious eyes. It wasn't Onyx. I knew that, but in that moment, seeing that little spark of life, I felt a flicker of hope. I realized that the greatest way to honor Onyx's memory wasn't to close my heart, but to open it again, to give another deserving soul the same love he had given me. My journey with Onyx was over, but my journey of love and rescue was just beginning. Thank you for listening. Please consider adopting, not shopping. You might just find the love of your life.